Hi everyone, it's Jerry. I'm going to hop into this daily rapid arena and play 2 rapid games and just share my train of thought along the way. Time controls are 10 plus 0. We'll see who we get. All right, game 1 here. Let's start with e4. Alrighty, I'll go with the bishop's opening. Regular chess. Been focused a lot recently on freestyle. Same old arrangement. Sensitive squares. No truly unprotected points, though. Alrighty. Go thinking about playing Queen E2. I'm playing the odds games against Leela. I see this setup frequently. Bishop here, queen here, straight away. Yeah, maybe not. I'll just go with D3. I think that idea is designed to prevent the opening up of the position. It's the win of a pawn. But we'll just go with something simple. Okay, so this guy's not going to be outside the chain. So I have the more active bad bishop. All right. Let's put this guy here. I'm delaying this knight development because I think I may want to play with f4 and maybe even f5. All right, that feels a bit off because there's these holes created now. And there was already a door open for the bishop, so. Let's see. I could try for a quick strike on this sensitive square. It seems like fianchetto is the plan. I'll go with f4. Maybe I even castle queenside. Yeah, probably not. Now kingside castle, the rook will be productive. Especially now that I have f4 in there. I'm not worried about bishop g4. I just carry on developing. Pawn takes, pawn takes. Okay, there's some serious weaknesses. So we're 5 moves in. There are 4 holes created on the 6th rank. It should be exploitable. So, I mean, this pin should be a bit difficult to address, but I'm not going to rush right in. Let me just still focus on bringing the knight out to its favorite square. Castles. Maybe then I'm ready for this. This. Doubling up on the G file. This is already a problem. F7. 3 minors out, only 1 here. And moving a piece for a second time, so. There is no queen h4. This is not a stable piece. I feel like I could just win some material here. Give a push. And after this, take twice here, or even just go in for that f7 square. What am I talking about? I mean, I could go in for that f7 square right now. Here, I guess this one. Do I even worry about kicking the knight? Maybe I do. Yeah, I'll just go ahead and kick the knight. Maybe I do crash through here. We'll see. To be a little bit careful because of this diagonal. So, like, if the knight goes to h6, chop, 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 queen here. I could probably still play in that way because I have a lead in development, but first things first, what's this knight going to do? We'll see. So this is healthy long term, having a flight square. Just undo the last move. Not sure what black's going to come up with here. this is maybe something at some stage. Like if this pawn goes 2 steps, that's going to win the rook. There's a check in the position, doesn't really go anywhere. Okay, so it just goes back to square one. So probably chop or... The thing that's holding me back from chop is that I helped the bishop. So maybe I still just keep the tension and go straight in for this one. I'll go. No, all right, I'll take first. Have a healthy pick. I guess I'll track down the pawn on my way into this square. Some other move Black's considering here. Maybe knight h5? Pawn takes, knight h5 are the only ones I'm thinking about here. Does eye a sensitive square here on g3? Okay, just the capture. Here's the thing, after this and some knight move, it starts to be a little bit uncomfortable, actually. Okay, so knight takes pawn, knight h5. There's this idea. And if I castle, there's that idea, the fork. So maybe I don't take the pawn on my way to targeting this square. Huh. Yeah, I'm going to go and take a detour here. Yeah, my initial thought was to just swipe that pawn, but I should still be winning a pawn either way. Because the only way to defend this now is with bishop to e6, if that's even going to be played. On knight h5 in this scenario, I could castle, queen check, king steps up, knight here castles, knight g3, rook f3 is fine. I have coverage for my knight. I'm remaining coordinated here. There's an intersection square for white. I got it covered though. Minimal development here for black. 9 moves in, 1 piece out, and already a problem on the critical f7 square. In the tank. If this, I believe it's the top move, bishop e6, if that's played, in which way am I going to take? I could go in either direction. I'm leaning towards simplification, so, okay, they didn't defend that. If this, I was going to probably take with the bishop and then track down the dark square bishop and then play with my good bishop. So I chop here. I could take with check as well. Well, I'll run it like this, because now it's a fork here. Rook moves. This is all collapsing at this point. Rook moves, knight takes pawn. Attack here, attack there. All right, let's do it. Queen could easily be blundered too. Let's see. Maybe not. I was thinking here and then this, but I'm just on that square directly. If queen e7 or d6, what am I doing exactly? I may want to just preserve my knight. Queen there. All right, so this one, I want to keep it squeaky clean. I could look at a forceful move, a check, but yeah, what's the follow-up? I think I just want to parry the threat here on the knight. So this is my first thought. Just withdraw the knight to a healthy, stable square, and next up, take that rook. I'll go with that one. Yeah. Still cool here, controlling all the center squares, 4 centers. Bishop here could be a move too. So in fact, if the queen, let's say, goes to d7, better than taking the rook is probably this. I would prefer to win a full piece rather than win the exchange. So, queen's under fire. Gotta go somewhere. So, yeah. My point here, rather than taking the rook, this seems better. Knight moves, I get the rook for free. If knight is defended, I take the knight. And then take the full piece. In the end, if there's this shot, chop, chop, I could run with the king at that point. Not afraid. Oh, you know what I should have... I mean, it isn't anything, but I should have at least been a little bit attentive to that. I'll take the full piece. I don't have to block with the queen. I would hang my rook in the end. I'm just prepared to run away. They take twice on c3 here. I could have, there was probably an even cleaner way rather than taking the rook. If I'm to just back up, maybe this one. Bishop takes and then queen here. They're in a pin. I don't have to calculate as much the captures on this square. They're still in the tank here. So body count here, where we stand, 3, 4, 5. Up 2 pawns. Okay, we're getting a queen exchange here. 2 pawns and a full rook. Yeah, so this that b6 move, there's some wasted time there. Once that bishop already has one door, it should really just fly out. Okay, let's castle or... I'll go in for this one. Yeah. Fork here. The check I'm prepared to block. I don't care if this pawn is down for the count in the end. Just want to get the queens off. Be a trading machine. Chop, chop, chop. There's a fork here. Plenty of ways to do it at this stage. Just trying to keep it as simple as possible. Okay, that's blundering the queen. All right, where's the mate? We got a mate in 2. All right, back to tournament. Playing one more game. We'll see who we get here. All righty. Team Black this time around. Got an e4 game. All right, I normally don't do this, but Sicilian, Caro, French, meeting e4 with e5. Well, let's see. How wild do I want to get? I've been experimenting with knight f6, knight g5, and bishop c5, which is not best, but it does sometimes produce some wild games. I don't know if I'm up for a wild game here. I could still play this, but I don't think I'm going to be meeting knight g5 with this one in this case. So what do I have up my sleeve? I don't have too many options, so I believe d5. Is d5 the way? I mean, do I really play in this way? No, I don't know it well enough. Yeah, let's not do that. All right, d5 is the way then. Now, I'm not taking here because we're going to end up in fried liver territory. Not up for that game. So I believe the 2 moves here, the ones I'm familiar with at least, b5 and knight a5. This chop, 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 fried liver land. The king stepping up here. All right. This one is actually setting a trap, I believe. How does that work exactly? This one, push. I covered this trap on the channel. I'm just trying to recall it. Queen takes. And if knight takes, there is queen c6 with an attack here and here. If this here takes and bishop takes, I believe the king stepping up is the way. Maybe I could try that one. It's sort of, I'm playing for tricks in a way. I normally don't do that, but let's maybe experiment slightly here. They're going to go in for this. See if they're thinking about it at least. Is Angelo going to play d6? So this is rare for me to kind of semi-play hope chess. Okay, I think that's a top move. Now, my reply here, this, here, here. Not exactly sure how that plays out. Seems pretty wild. Maybe I give that a go. Boom, 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 boom. I also go here. Well, let's give this a shot. Very sharp start to this one. 6 moves in. There's a lot going on. Okay, it seems like my opponent is up to speed on these top moves. All right, queen check. I missed something. Okay, I mean, I could hit back. I have an unopposed light square bishop. Seems like my opponent has all the moves. Now, if I play here, that d6 in this case is pretty scary. That is for sure. Boom, boom, boom. Game over. Now, I could go with this one. I would love to be able to get these 2 moves in because the knight is cut off. If I question the knight now, how's that playing out? Well, actually, maybe that is the move. Yeah, maybe not. Bishop d6 straight away is probably the winner. I have a lead in development. I'm also significantly down on the clock. Let's see. I have the unopposed light square bishop. This one here, this. I better get some castles in. 1 move out from castles now. Now, if this, and d6, I could castle. Okay. Probably best to just castle here. Yeah. All right. What's the material count? Okay. It's getting that one, huh? Okay. Here takes, bishop takes. Is that really working out? I'll go with this one. This is still a little sensitive. Maybe I pitched that pawn? No, something about this feels right. Just having the queen cut off from the king side, I can't quite put my finger on it. Pawn sacrifice. I mean, these are triple isolated pawns. Wow. I mean, I have a threat here. I didn't recognize it until I was just assuming it was going to be collected. But I have a trick now. An H2, and I better start kicking it into a higher gear. Actually, before I even went for this move, my eye should have at least seen that this diagonal was not yet opened. I didn't even check for that. Okay, I guess. Yeah, the knight is here is unprotected, but wasn't seeing this diagonal. It wasn't double checking is what I'm getting at. I don't think I have anything here. I mean, the queen is there to defend these important squares, so this is all right. Maybe this is the winner. So if I go here first, trying to slip in here, if I tried going over to these three to get into here, then the queen is there to defend. So what I want to see, in short, is G3. Okay, and now this is going to be a loss because I'm on F2. I was planning to meet G3 with queen here and then slipping in. I'm just on F2, and then I could win the knight. Do I have something better? Or what am I talking about? I could win the rook. Or, okay, what's the correct order? I guess I take here. Maybe they just resign here. King here, I take the knight. Threatening mate, and I'm still on the rook. If I go here, the knight could block. Yeah, I'll collect the knight. Still got the fork there. Yeah, I normally don't play like that. Kind of. I feel like I was in a lost position. I know my opponent didn't follow up in the best way. I really don't know what my answer would be if the queen had captured on C7, because the queen would be around there defending, be throwing a punch. I'm down some material. Yeah, not the greatest pieces here. So is there a forced win? Check. Here, check. There, check. There, check, check. He ends up slipping away. I guess I'll get the rook. Got a block. Okay. I'll keep the queens on. And get a rook to here. Still on the mate. Yeah. This was better than trading queens. I should have a mate in 3 or 4 from here. Yeah, so I was playing for tricks is what I'm getting at this early stage when there was the capture in this square. Knight d4, kind of hoping for d6, which I think is an error. Very, very, very common error. Queen d6 was my plan. Queen d6 to c6 idea. Okay, my opponent resigned. I'm going to pause it right there. And I am a little bit curious here. It's going into my profile. Yeah, it's going to say that white is maybe even winning. I don't know, never quite winning, but yeah, plus 1.2. Just highlighting the trap at least. I think the trap is, what is it, knight d4? Oh, okay, it is a second move. So I was only pointing out these two, but I guess, yeah, okay, you could play with knight d4, and c3 is top. So d6, queen d6, and okay, bishop f7, I was prepared to play king e7. That was correct. And if knight takes, this is the trap. Yeah, this is losing to queen c6. So yeah, I did a video on this way back when, covering the two knights trap, or forget what it's titled. What's its name here? Well, it's giving it 2 knights defense. Okay, this is the the Fritz variation. That's news to me. Oh, knight d4 signals the Fritz variation. All right, but anyhow, yeah, nice little trick here. I mean, how tempting it is, right? See, plenty of players coordinate quickly with the bishop and knight on the sensitive f2. And how does this play out exactly? After this, there's queen takes rook, save the rook, and now, yeah, queen e4 straight away. Yeah, queen e4 straight away is going to win the queen or the game. I'll just touch on that one. Because if you block with the bishop, there you go. A nice smothered mate. Okay, just going to call it quits there. A little trap to be familiar with. Anyhow, feel free, as usual, to leave any feedback to this video in the comments section below. I hope you enjoyed it and maybe took a thing or two away. That's all for now. Take care.